EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchant here with your outlook for August 12th, 2021. We are starting off with a radar review of the last 24 hours, and I'll tell you what, if you watched the video yesterday, I did explain that when you're looking at simulated radars, you can't take these for granted because they're not going to be always on point. They had the right idea with the little pop-up stuff that we had today, but that was, earlier in the afternoon, kind of like mid-afternoon or so, it kind of popped up ahead of this complex, which survived all the way from Michigan and Ohio. So I want to put this in motion just to see what this did. Now, this thing was not expected to make it this far. It was supposed to die somewhere in eastern Ohio or western Pennsylvania. Instead, it just kept going and going. The discrete stuff popped out in front of it, but it ended up merging with this thunderstorm complex that kept going all the way to the coast. So we had a lot different of an outcome yesterday, and I explained, when we ever have these hot and humid conditions, that we get some really crazy things happen, and the models really can't resolve this very well. And this is a perfect example. Here's that pop-up stuff, but yep, this just kept going and going and going and going. So, we had some more widespread and scattered thunderstorms to deal with today. Now, across the northern areas, really not so much. You had a few isolated pop-up stuff that got up to there. And here's that mid-level trough that moved through that sparked those storms that that would have been it if it wasn't for this here. So the models completely missed that last night, and that's why we had a much different outcome. So just so you understand how that works, when you're dealing with such hot humid air, such a hot humid air mass, these things will happen, and that was unforeseen by any of the models. So we're just kind of hard to forecast that. So we have to adjust on the fly. We did that well yesterday. I had one heck of a night. I was at Music Fest on site, and we had to shut down Music Fest. We had to shut down a Major League Baseball game. We had to shut down a minor league baseball game. We're doing this all from under a tent in the middle of a thunderstorm. It was pretty hectic. And then, of course, we had to get them back up and running again for the baseball games and also for Music Fest. It did resume again later in the evening. So we have the hot. If you're not a fan of the hot and humid temperatures, this is going to be the worst of the current heat wave. We had hot temperatures yesterday, even hotter today. The spread is 93 to 98 across the entire region for both days. All right, so it's not going to be fun. It's going to be heat index values that are going to be easily over 100, but more likely over 105 in some areas on both days. So it's not going to be a very good day to be working outdoors. If you do have to be stuck outdoors, please take plenty of breaks, drink plenty of water. I know you heard this a million times, but I can't emphasize that enough. This is a heat illness territory here once you start getting at that high in the heat index values. Now today, a little bit of a capping inversion over part of the area, so I don't think we're going to have another surprise here today. We're not going to have, oh, wow, what just happened? I don't think there's a lot of sinking air and a capping inversion, so there's the opportunity for storms today is not very good for most of the area. However, there is a cold front that's situated off to our north, and there's going to be a line of storms that runs across New York State that's going to move into northern Pennsylvania as we get into the evening hours tonight. So I think it's going to be after this. So most of your daylight hours are dry. Once we get into the evening hours, from northwest to southeast across northern Pennsylvania, the northern half of Pennsylvania, we'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be locally severe again. But this is much later. So as far as the daytime is concerned, we're looking at a dry day, just hot and oppressive, no real relief from any thunderstorms except for those areas I mentioned. And that's going to be later in the day. And then they go away and kind of fizzle right about near I-78, according to the NAM. Here's that NAM high-res future simulated radar starting off at 6 p.m. now. This is very late in the day, 6 p.m. We have these storms that are going to move off to the south and east. And again, northern Pennsylvania is going to get the brunt of this. They may survive all the way down to I-78, but this is going to be late, probably about 10 o'clock. And then they kind of fizzle out after that point. So if you're down here in southeast PA, Philadelphia area, Philadelphia Metro, point southeast, probably not going to see anything at all today or this evening. But further northwest, we'll have that late day storm possibility, mainly north of 78. Okay, if anything changes, of course, we'll adjust on the fly again. But I think this is a pretty pretty straightforward tomorrow. So we'll see. Or on Friday, Thursday. I'm losing track of days here. It's been a long day. So for Thursday, we're looking at the opportunity for those scattered thunderstorms north of 78. And the further north you go, the better chance you have at severe weather, it looks like, in Pennsylvania. Okay, and once we get to beyond that on Friday, we're going to have a cold front still situated off the northwest. But we're going to have a prefrontal trough that's going to give us some thunderstorm relief here on Friday. So I think we're going to have a little bit better of a chance. The percentages of go up a little bit for probability of precipitation here on Friday. Again, this one's probably going to be a little bit probably northwest of I-95 for those isolated and scattered thunderstorms on Friday. And then I think the best chance here is going to be on Saturday as a cold front works through the region. More widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms for most of the region. Now, again, differences in opinion, whether you're looking at the GFS, Canadian, NAM, and the European model with whether or not this front moves a little bit quicker. The GFS was quicker with this on the latest one that I looked at. So we'll see. It might not be as bad as advertised on Saturday, or maybe shunted further southeast if that front is a little bit faster. We're still working on timing for Saturday, but as of now, there is still hope if you have something planned on Saturday that you could get out relatively unscathed. So we'll see. Right now, the European model says no. It'll be afternoon and evening storms, and numerous storms at that, favoring our southeastern areas, but still some showers on the northwestern areas. But I think the temperatures are going to drop significantly. We're back in the middle 80s. Or thereabout, either side of the middle 80s here on Saturday as that front continues to press through the region. And then we are dry both Sunday and Monday with partly cloudy skies expected both days. And we'll have high pressure off to the north that's going to help influence that a little bit, while the change of wind direction from southwest to north, which is going to get temperatures back in the low to mid 80s and lower humidity. So we're going to like that for both Sunday and Monday. Sunday looks spectacular as of right now. Monday doesn't look bad either. And then once we get to Tuesday, this is the remnants of it's a tropical depression right now, but it was Tropical Storm Fred. It's expected to be Tropical Storm Fred again as it makes its approach to Florida. It'll be a remnant low here over the southeastern United States. There could be some tropical moisture feeding into that, or away from that could affect our region in the Tuesday and maybe Wednesday time frame here. Still a lot of uncertainty with how this evolves. So I don't want to get anybody excited about, oh no, we're going to get crushed with remnant rainfall here. It's possible, but I just don't think it's something we need to worry about just yet. There's a lot of things we have going on before that we have to get through. Let's just get through the next couple of days, get that cold front through here on Saturday, and we'll go from there and have a better handle on this, hopefully by this weekend. I'm EPA WA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for August 12th, 2021. Have a great Thursday.